Hello there, Tubes. I thought I've had to better mention something about this farmers' protest that's been going on in Wales now the last few days. Got to clap them and say well done to everybody for turning up. There's been thousands turning up, especially last night in Carmarthen. I think it was 3,000 farmers turned up, and all sticking together. And I mean, everybody in social media who's doing this, from Gareth Wyn-Jones to anybody, you're doing a cracking job because. If you, as I know on social media, if you don't like what they say, you won't put you out. You won't get any traction. So well done to you all. Now, we even had the Welsh ex-referee, Nigel Evans, talking on there. And he's all for us. And I think lots of people who have had sick of this, it's like a weird cult leading our country. It's just the 20 mile an hour everything. They've just gone a bit nutty, I think. Now, when I talk about this, I'm sure people think that I'm right wing. I'm not right wing at all. My favourite ever politician was Tony Benn. And I didn't believe everything he said, but I just liked the way he stuck up for the normal working man, really. And my favourite ever leader in Wales was Rodri Morgan, and he was Welsh Labour. You couldn't have had a better bloke. He just run the country for everybody, not just for his side. But the problem we've got at the moment, we've got people in the Welsh Senedd, especially, it's a cult, I call it. But they are, what's the word? They're just stuck on their own idea. They don't think about the other half that haven't voted for them. That is the problem. They got this thing, they got this gaze, where they're intent on doing something, and they wouldn't matter a jot if the other people are going to get hurt over it. That is the problem. We've got people in power now at the moment who are fanatics. They're fanatical about a certain thing, never mind what the outcome is. Now, like I've told you before, at the moment, the people sticking up for people in my sector in Wales seem to be the Conservatives. Now, I would vote for any party that was sticking up for my sector at the moment, just for personally. But Labour Party, they've literally gone bonkers. They're anti-mining. That's where the party actually came from, a mining Labour Party. That's where it originated from. Now they're anti-mining. Now they're going hell-bent on putting policies over for this net zero policy that's hurting the working people in Wales. The very people they're supposed to be there for, it's hurting them more than anybody. Billions has been spent in Wales on a climate hysteria when it could be spent on them and the working person and the people who've got nothing. They're deciding to spend, fanatical people are deciding to spend our tax money on wealthy people's pet projects. Now, I saw something this morning, just to get it into your head. If I went into a scheme here now and planted my farm in trees, I would get £5,000 for it, basically. But if this farm was sold and an investor bought it tomorrow, paid $600,000 for this farm, he could get 600k for planting the whole farm off this new scheme, and he'd get that for over 10 years. This is how nutty this game is. It's nothing to do with the climate. It's all about removing the people that are already here because they don't really like our opinions. That's what it's all about. Like I said, it's a fanatical thing about being anti-meat eating. The person in charge of agriculture in Wales is a bloody vegetarian. Can you believe that? And also on TB. Farmers are mad. Not me, I haven't got cattle. But people are getting had for this TB thing. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but I was listening to one farmer the other day. He was losing £30,000 a month because he couldn't sell his stock. His milk couldn't be took away properly. This is bankrupting people. I'm sorry if I'm getting what's called about this, but it does get me mad. Now, if anybody thinks it's just Labour, it isn't. Because Plaid Cymru have been in power sharing agreement with Labour, and they've been all for this. Like I said, it's fanatical. There's fanatics in charge of our country. Now, surely there must be a Rodri Morgan type of guy who used to run Wales, who was just running it for the people of Wales, not for just one section of Wales. So this is a Gaza rant this morning, because the farmers are starting to stand up against this, and normal people, and they shouldn't have to. Not in a properly run country. These people have been running this country for 25 years now. They can't blame anybody else. They can't blame anybody else because they've decided everything. So remember what I said, that my favourite Welsh leader was Rodri Morgan, and he was Labour. It's not about parties, it's about fanatics. Fanatics are running our country. So that's a Gaza rant for today, and power to the people and the working class, not these, I call them educated idiots. Ta-da.